Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am like really sad that today is the last day of foundation week. This has been so much fun for me to film. It's been challenging, but it's a good challenge because I normally post twice a week. Posting every day this week has been a little different, but I've really enjoyed it. I've loved your feedback. I'm glad that y'all have enjoyed it too. It is, what time is it? 5:30 in the afternoon. I literally just put my makeup on. It has been a crazy day, and I just decided that today was the best time for me to film this video, so that's what I did. You may see either Zeus hair or Zeus slobber on my dress, you know, it's just a day in the life. So today we are going to be talking about my top 5 favorite BB creams, CC creams, skin tints, tinted moisturizers. It kind of is a culmination of all of them. In fact, I don't have a CC cream. I have a BB cream. But the others are just called tinted moisturizers or skin tints. Basically anything that doesn't have foundation in the name, my favorites of that category. Now, I decided that I was going to do this way before I decided I was going to do foundation week. So the difference between all the rest of the videos and today is that I've actually filmed myself doing all the base products. So I will be cutting into coverage of me actually applying it so you can see how I apply it and then how it looks straight on the face and how it looks after I've got everything else done. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I want to go ahead and say one thing real quick. I have had a ton of comments of people saying they want me to do a top favorite foundations for mature skin. Basically, every one of the foundations that I talked about on Monday are favorites of mine for mature skin. Now, I'm almost 38, and while a lot of people over 38 would venture to say I do not have mature skin, I do have maturing skin, but I get that I'm not like 50 or above 50, so I can't speak to that personally, but from what I use on my clients, it's basically the foundations I talked about on Monday, the favorite two being Face Atelier, Giorgio Armani, and then I also like the Light Wonder by Charlotte Tilbury on mature skin. Again, if you need higher coverage than that, I highly suggest just concealing where you need it, because as we get older, the more we put on our face, the more obvious everything is on our face, the more obvious the makeup is on our face. So I just want to let you know that, and I will tell you if I think any of these are good for mature skin as well, but I just feel like if I did a separate video, it would be very repetitive. I may still do it, but obviously it's not going to be included in this week since it's already Friday. All right, let's go ahead and start out with what I have on my face today. This is something that I've talked about so much. I really honestly feel bad talking about it again because I know y'all are probably so incredibly sick of hearing about it. Sorry I'm messing with my hair. I just washed it, which means it's really flat on my head, and I forgot to put texturizing spray in it, so it's really aggravating me. But this is the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream, Broad Spectrum SPF 30. This is a physical sunscreen. It is comprised of 6.2% titanium dioxide. I love this. This was in my top 5s too. This again is what I have on today. You will see me applying it, and as you see me applying it, you will notice that I use a brush. This is one of the only ones that I'm going to talk about today that I prefer using a brush with. The MAC 159 is what I use today. I also like the Real Techniques Duo Fiber Contour Brush. Anything Duo Fiber is my favorite. They have a brush that's specifically designed for this. It's also Duo Fiber. Works great too. I just prefer to use a brush for some reason, and then if I have any streaks, I can just very lightly tap it out with a Beauty Blender. If I go too full force with the Beauty Blender, it's just going to soak up too much product. Because this is more of like a gel, I feel like fingers or a brush is what's going to get you the actual coverage you want. I believe this may claim that it even has full coverage. I don't find that, but I do find it has a solid medium coverage, and it's not something you expect from a product like this. You will see, or will have seen, that I had a little bit of redness, and this covered it up to my liking 100%. So I have the colors Natural 5. This is what I wear in the winter. Ginger 6 is kind of in between, and Desert 6.5. The Ginger 6 and the Desert 6.5 I mixed together to use today. It's not that expensive. It has a fairly good shade range, and honestly, because of the nature of the product, it being like a tinted gel cream, it's a little more forgiving in the shades than something like a full coverage foundation would be, so the one shade might actually cover more than 1 or 2 skin tones. It's hard for Bare Minerals to do wrong in my book, honestly. They made it to my favorite brands, best of beauty brands for each category of makeup video as the favorite brand for foundations because they have so much to choose from and I just absolutely love them. Okay, the next thing I'm going to talk about is the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Foundation. Okay, this does have foundation in the name, but then it says full coverage moisturizer. I think they're saying bye bye foundation, we're just going to use a full coverage moisturizer, right? Or is that just me justifying my earlier comment? Maybe a little bit of both, but this is an SPF 50, again, physical sunscreen, titanium dioxide 9%, zinc oxide 6.3%. I have 2 colors. I have medium tan, which is what I used in my original review, and then I have neutral medium. Medium tan works for me fine by itself. In the winter, I need to use neutral medium or I need to mix them because neutral medium is a little bit of a more gray undertone. And I like the warmth that's in the medium tan. They do have, I believe, 12 shades of this, which is a little bit better than what they originally had for their CC cream. I can only hope that they continue to expand that shade range. I think they're kind of getting the drift, but you know. So again, I did do an entire video of this, which I'll put in a card. This I like hands down over and under and all around better than the CC cream by It Cosmetics. I was not a fan of the CC cream for some reason. It made my skin kind of burn and itch, but then it broke up after like 3 hours and I don't even have oily skin and it didn't work for me. I'm very interested to try the new oil-free version that's coming out. But this works so much better. It does have a ton of ingredients in it. So, you know, you'll take that with what it is, but none of them are fragrance or alcohol. So, I don't know. I just really recommend this. I do think if you have mature skin, you would like either one of these, but this one does have a much higher coverage. Honestly, I think I've read some reviews of people saying they don't think this has as much coverage as the CC cream. I think it has as much or more in my experience. I know some of y'all are going to say, no, you're wrong. And then I'll say, but no, you're wrong because we all have different experiences. I just feel like it does have more coverage than the CC cream and it gives a less dewy effect than the CC cream, which again, I like because the CC cream just looked kind of greasy on me after a few hours. And this one stays a natural, radiant finish throughout the day consistently. All right, let's leave the last 2 that I've never talked about on my channel, so that's something to look forward to. This one I have. This one, okay, this is what happened to this one. I did a review. I loved it. I wore it for like the next 6 weeks, and then I put it in my drawer and probably bought like 5 other foundations. I mean, that's the way my life goes. And I forget about it. It's in the back of my drawer. I don't remember it. I put on Friday Night Beauty one night on QVC and they're talking about it. And I'm like, oh, I used to really like that. And so I get it out, I use it, I fall in love again, and I hope I never forget about it. It's the Philosophy Renewed Hope in a Jar Skin Tint. Oh, this is pretty, y'all. Have you noticed a theme? Like, I have multiple colors of a lot of these things because that's how much I like it. I have this one in 5.5 beige and 6.5 tan. Again, 5.5 beige in the winter. I mix them in the middle and 6.5 when I am the most tan. This does have an SPF of 20 and it does have titanium dioxide 2.6 and octinoxate 20%. I am not a fan of chemical sunscreens. You know this. I am not as worried about it because it's not oxybenzone or avabenzone, I think. Those are the ones I really try to stay away from. But for the amount of time that I actually wear this and the amount of products I have underneath it, I don't worry as much. It is so pretty on the skin. It is so pretty on the skin. I don't even know which. It's skin. It looks like skin. I should have put this in yesterday's video because it really does look like skin. It's very, it's a very gel consistency, which you can see if you go back on my video, but that's the 6.5 tan. So I take it out with a spatula and you don't need much, and I put it on the back of my hand, and then I will go in with my fingers, and honestly, I apply it mostly with my fingers. Occasionally, I'll go back in and tap out whatever I need to be blended out a little bit more with a beauty blender, but typically, I will just use my fingers. It's just pretty. Again, go back and watch that video. Don't pay attention to my brows, because I'm pretty sure that was the stage where I only used pomade in my brows, and that was a period of my life I'd like to forget. But other than that, check out everything else I have to say on this because it really is gorgeous. Looks like skin, very easy to apply. I don't know what else to say. They sell it in QVC too, obviously, so you can get it in like sets with other things because I've really been liking their new Hope in a Jar concealer too. All right, these next two I've never talked about on my channel. Don't know why. This one I do plan on doing a complete brand one look using this brand tutorial very soon. This is from Jane Iredale. I have a lot of Jane Iredale makeup and I don't talk enough about it because I really do like it. Like that, my last favorites video, that's pretty much all I had. Yeah, it is. It's all I had on my eyes and I got so many compliments on my eyes in that video. It's just a good overall, a very good brand. But this is the Glow Time Full Coverage Mineral BB Cream SPF 25. Let's see what comprises the SPF in this. You can hardly read it. It does not say. It's probably on the box. Okay, so I'm in the color BB7. I'm not quite sure how many colors this have. I want to say it's not the best range. This is the most full coverage product that I'm talking about. It's more full coverage than the It Cosmetics Tinted Full Coverage Moisturizer. This again is in BB7 and I'm going to show you. I don't use much more than this for my entire face because this, if you tap your finger in, you can dot all over your face, rub in, and it will provide the most coverage. It is so full coverage. The thing with this is it's a gorgeous finish. It does get, I would say it has a nice glow to it. I mean, it's called Glow Time. Here's the thing though, if you use this, if you have used this, if you want to use this, this is my bit of advice. Don't start out with more than I just showed you. I did that the first time I wore it and it was a hot mess. This is so full coverage and so concentrated that if you do go in with much more than that, you're gonna look like you have the whole bottle on your face. It cakes up very easily, but if you find that sweet spot that works on your skin with just the round amount of product, it's gorgeous and it lasts all day long. It's got a really pretty finish and I'm excited to show you how I use this in that video, which I will be doing very soon because it really is pretty and it's mineral makeup. It doesn't have, what did she say? I heard her get interviewed and she says she doesn't like to say that they're a natural brand because she said, you know, Poison Ivy is natural, but that doesn't mean we want to put it on her face. And I have to agree with her on that there are a lot of natural ingredients you don't want in your cosmetics. She considers herself a clean brand. And so they may have, like this does have dimethicone in it, but it doesn't have a lot of the other nasty stuff. So just, you know, always check your ingredients, but I like that take on a brand. I like how she worded that when she was interviewed. Honestly, I mean, I kind of want to be her when I grow up, if I'm going to be honest. Okay. This is the last one, and y'all, this is like next to the Bare Minerals complexion. This has become my favorite. And it is the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer Illuminating Tinted Moisturizer. The only bad thing about this is that it does have an SPF 20 that does contain avobenzone, 2%. Not my favorite, as I just said, and I shouldn't make an exception for this, so practice what I preach, not what I do. But it's so pretty on the face. It is really so incredibly pretty. I hope the coverage or the footage that I have of me putting this on relays how pretty it is on the skin because it just really is. It's not an overwhelming illuminated product, but if you do have oily skin, I wouldn't get the illuminating one. I would get the oil-free version. But it just lays on the skin so well. I use my fingers with it. I never have to go back in with a sponge or anything. It goes over every primer that I've used with it really well. It goes under every powder really well. I'm in the color Natural Radiance. So this only has, at least on Sephora, I got it from Namies, but on Sephora it only has 5 colors. They say the deepest one is for dark to deep complexion with warm undertones. Because it's a tinted moisturizer, I don't get all up in arms with only 5 colors because I feel like that's kind of typical. Would they benefit from making more colors? Absolutely. I have not seen the full range. I have only seen this color, so I can't speak to how fair it goes or to how deep it goes. In all actuality, I can only say what the website says. I got the color Natural Radiance 2-in-1. It just blends in so well with the fingers. Again, how many times am I going to say that? Because I'm at a loss for what to say about this because I love it so much. It's sheer to light coverage. You're really not going to get more than that at all. So if you're looking for something that's got more coverage, go with pretty much anything else I've talked about today. This is going to be the lightest coverage by far. But if you don't have a lot you want to cover, or if you do have stuff you want to cover but don't want to mess with it during the summer, or, you know, on the weekends when you just don't have the time or the inclination to spend a ton of time on makeup, I can't speak. This is something I recommend. It really, again, look at how I apply it and tell me what you think, because I personally think that it's absolutely gorgeous on the skin and definitely one to check out. So, kind of like I did in my foundation video, be nice, but I would like to know which one you thought looked best on my skin. And I say be nice because on the foundation video I asked that too, because I cut in with clip-ins and people were like, oh, I really didn't like how that one looked, but I liked how that one looked. Just tell me which one you liked. I don't need to know which one you didn't like. Let's just be happy people here. But I am interested to see what you think, because obviously I have my favorites, but we don't all have the same opinions. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Real quick, for mature skin, I would suggest the Philosophy, the It Cosmetics, and the Bare Minerals first. They will all work, but I think those are going to be the best 3 for mature skin. So thank you so much for watching. I'm really sad that this is the end of the week, but I will be back with my regularly scheduled programming next week with a video on Monday and Thursday. If you have not subscribed, please be sure and do so and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out, and hit the like button if you have enjoyed this week. I hope you have. I know it's been fun for me to film it. As always, thank y'all so much for watching, and I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day.